Thank you so much for staying tuned to KTS and welcome to our today's episode of the Entrepreneurial Spark. My name is Regina Kinyolando and with me are our resident panelists. On my immediate right is Dr. Bernard Nashuma, a senior lecturer of entrepreneurship, Moi University, and also a consultant. And on my left is Mr. David Sergon, a lecturer of entrepreneurship, Moi University, and also a consultant. At the beginning of this program, we see that there's a difference between an enterprise and a business, and hence the difference in the manner in which the marketing is done. Today, we are focusing on entrepreneurial marketing. And stay tuned as we take you through the show. Dr. Nashuma, to start us off, what's entrepreneurial marketing?
We can say entrepreneurial marketing is a term that is used when it comes to entrepreneurial ventures, and essentially it brings the two components, that is entrepreneurship and marketing, together in a relationship. For us to expound on it, we can say that entrepreneurship is the provision of value, of course, by taking risks and receiving the rewards, while marketing is making available the value to the consumer. So if we look at it from that perspective, then we can now establish the link between entrepreneurship and marketing to constitute entrepreneurial marketing. When we talk of entrepreneurial marketing, basically we are infusing the aspects of innovativeness in the marketing process. We also bring great awareness of the consumers to the products that we provide. We also engaging the consumer in the product, in the buying process, in accessing the value. So that goes to personal marketing to a great extent. Unlike the traditional marketing strategies, which have no component of entrepreneurship, that really focus on mass marketing. Like, for example, we put it on the radio, and it is for no specific audience, while entrepreneurial marketing is focused to the target market.
And Mr. Sergon, Dr. Nashuma has just mentioned something on traditional marketing. How different is the entrepreneurial marketing from traditional marketing?
Thank you, Regina. I think as Dr. has spoken, there is a difference between entrepreneurial marketing and traditional marketing. And basically, if you look at the components of entrepreneurship, we are basically looking at a startup. And a startup means that you are trying to introduce yourself into the market. Unlike the traditional, where perhaps the product has been in the market, so the only thing to do is to just sustain the awareness of the product. So if you look at entrepreneurial marketing, basically you look at a situation where there is a startup, there is a new product in the market, and that the entrepreneur must convince a potential user of the product. So it means that you need to really convince somebody that this is a product which can serve this particular purpose, unlike maybe in the traditional market where people have used the product over and over again. So you look at the entrepreneurial marketing, you realize that there is one, very low awareness of the product, so you must ensure that these people are aware. Number two, as you enter into this particular market, you find that there are entrenched farms which are there offering maybe a substitute product of this particular product. So for you to really penetrate, it's a bit difficult, and therefore you must be ingenious in how you will market your product so that people will appreciate that this can be a substitute product to what we are having. In fact, to provide the relative advantage of the product, you must be able to really convince. A third issue about entrepreneurial marketing is that this is a scenario where more often than not, you find that the entrepreneur operates on a shoestring budget. And therefore, in fact, research indicates that most entrepreneurs don't pay a lot of attention on marketing because...
And what's a shoestring budget?
A shoestring budget is, there is financial constraints in what they are doing. Because maybe you've not really gotten some money from a bank, so you use your individual resources to do that. So once you are done with the product you want to sell, you don't have money to really do the advertisement like on the media and the rest. So you'll find there is some constraints in terms of resources, and therefore the strategy you'll use in marketing must actually be within that line of the resources. So we are saying in entrepreneurial marketing, it actually calls upon the entrepreneur to invoke the characteristic of an entrepreneur in selling this, because you must reach people but you don't have the resources. You must compete with a dominant market player but you don't have the resources. So you must be ingenious in dealing with the marketing.
And that's called for creativity and innovation.
Innovation and creativity.
And Dr. Nashuma, what's the significance of entrepreneurial marketing?
Entrepreneurial marketing is of great significance to not only the entrepreneurs but also to the economy in general. But for us to appreciate that importance, firstly, we can look at the rate at which startups fail in this country. It has been argued that every 3 entrepreneurs started, basically 1 failed before attaining the age of 3 years. Why? The key question here is that the entrepreneurs do not have what it takes to take their value to the market to be consumed by the customers. So if we embrace entrepreneurial marketing, especially in the startups, we'll have survivability of these firms within the industry. What we mean by that is that the firms will be able to go on because they continuously provide value, and the customers will appreciate that value and be able to pay for it. Secondly, survivability and growth will be achieved if we have entrepreneurial marketing, because as we have said, it is to some degree a personal selling relationship, and that takes us to the customer relationship domain, where entrepreneurial marketing establishes bonds or ties with the customer. The next point is that entrepreneurial marketing assists in gaining a competitive edge in the entrepreneurial ventures. It also mainstreams the adoption of innovative and creative strategies in the operation of the enterprise. So in overall, we can say entrepreneurial marketing is extremely significant, especially where the level of creativity, the level of innovation is low in a given country, such that you can be able to bring to the attention of the consumers your products or services using entrepreneurial marketing.
All right. Mr. Sergon, basing on what you said, could you please tell us what is involved in entrepreneurial marketing?
Entrepreneurial marketing is actually a process in itself. Now, when you talk about an entrepreneur, you will see the entrepreneur approaching the market in 2 dimensions. Number one, he could come up with a new product, and therefore he needs to really come up with a product which is not really known to the consumers. And number two, he may want to really identify needs based on the entrepreneur, on the consumer. You'll be able to observe what the consumers are needing, and then they can come up with a product. But if you look at the process, the first thing that you need to do as an entrepreneur is to identify the opportunity or the need that exists in the market. Once you have this opportunity, maybe somebody wants maybe like a certain type of vehicle, or he wants a certain type of dressing, then that is the opportunity that you've identified. Now, once you've done that, then you need to identify the market. Who is your target market? Now, the target market here will determine whether to pursue that particular venture or not. Because if the market cannot really make you break even, in the sense that you can have enough sales to make you really do business, then you will abandon the idea. But if it has that ability, then you can now pursue the next level. Now, target market depends on whether you're going to target maybe high-end, mid-level, or the low-end. If it's low-end, then you can do mass production. If it's the high-end, then you segment so that you have maybe a few units, but you're selling at a premium rate, meaning that you still make your money. Now, once you've gotten that particular target, assuming now you're targeting maybe the middle class, then the next stage is now to look for the marketing mix. The marketing mix in marketing per se is actually, they usually talk about the 4 P's. We talk about the pricing. You need to price your product. You need to place your product in the right market. That's the place. You need to think about the promotion. How will you promote that particular product? And then finally, you need to think about the product. It's the most important aspect, because the product will tell you what will you sell this person in terms of features, in terms of branding, in terms of capabilities of the product, and so on and so forth. So if you're selling a phone, the most important thing is this product going to fit the needs of the consumer? So once you are done with the marketing mix, then you can now move to the strategies of developing programs for marketing. Now, it depends. For entrepreneurs, if say they don't have a lot of resources, so you'll find maybe somebody may think of using maybe a social media platform like WhatsApp, that I have this product. Can you tell your friend? Or he may use word of mouth. Or he may really do what we call personal selling, which is very important, because you need to convince the consumer. So personal selling is very critical for entrepreneurs. So you'll be able to tell them to really at least maybe buy the product. Now, once you have the program set, then of course you'll execute. So the final bit of that particular process execution, you've known what you want to do, then you can execute by trying to provide the potential consumers what they need to buy.
Dr. Nashuma, he mentioned something on marketing mix. What are these marketing mix?
In terms of the marketing mix, I think I'll just expand on what my colleague has said. He has mentioned a number of things. He's mentioned marketing, market segmentation. He's mentioned market targeting, which has a host of benefits. And when we talk of a marketing mix now, it is that packaged value that the entrepreneur intends to take to the market, and we define it from traditionally 4 perspectives. That is the product, the price, the place, and the promotion. We talk of the product, it is that tangible or intangible value that the entrepreneur delivers to the consumer. We can say, for example, in the modern world, it could be a mobile telephone, it could be an iPad, and so forth. That is a product.
Sure.
We talk of a service. Probably we can take an example of the salon, where you're making your hair, or cutting your hair, or shaving your beard. That is a service. Then that service or that product has many features, and essentially what we see in terms of a product is only a component of the entire product characteristics. Then we go to price. Price is really the value at which the consumer is being offered and is willing to pay for. Thirdly, we have the place, basically where the consumer is located, and we deliver the value there. Fourthly is the promotion, how we say it in terms of convincing, persuading, attracting, wooing the customer. These are traditional components, as I've said. But in the modern times, especially when we hinge on entrepreneurial marketing, then we add other dimensions. We add the people. These are the people who produce the product, that's the employees. Then we add the process. We also add the production facility. So currently, when we talk of entrepreneurial marketing, we're referring to a product, we will add more dimensions of the marketing strategies. We talk of a service, we will add also more, but we're just breaking down the components of the 4 P's of marketing.
Okay.
It is important that an entrepreneur really understands what goes into the developing an offer that is given to the entrepreneur in terms of product, price, place, and promotion, because these are the components over which the entrepreneur has control, and the entrepreneur uses these components to adjust the offering to the entrepreneur in order to counter the competition and other unfavorable challenges that emanate from the entrepreneurial environment.
Okay.
And that gives the competitiveness.
Okay.
So when we talk of really an entrepreneur getting the attraction or loyalty of the customer, it all hinges on the packaging of the entrepreneurial marketing mix.
The Entrepreneurial Spark program takes a short break, but don't go too far, as we are leaving you with one of our entrepreneurs, Charles Kiplagat, who is going to give us a comedy.
Thank you very much. I, as Aila Gamba Mola, I want to say that entrepreneurship is a process of opportunity. You have to be creative. Don't you? I also have to say that you have to market yourself through also the internet, also through social media. Yeah? You have to do it very well. As the opposition party leader, I want to assure you that the youths, you have a great chance. Yeah? I have also the Mr. Kalonzo Musyoka here. Karibu sana Kalonzo. Yeah, thank you very much. the former Prime Minister, thank you very much. Yeah, habari zenyu kule nyumbani. Yeah, I want to say that I, Kalonzo, I support this thing. Entrepreneurship. You have to bring awareness where you are. You are in home, wherever you are, you have to do what you have to do. Yeah, back then in Machakos County, we are doing Anglet job. Yeah, we are ensuring that the people are very energetic. Yeah, ndio kama nasema wiper. Yeah, nasema kwamba tuendelee hiyo na hiyo moyo mzuri wa kufanya hiyo kazi. Mujitie nguvu, mujue mnaweza. Niko na rafiki yangu sana ambaye alikuwa ni rais wetu ambaye anaitwa Moi. Karibu sana bwana Moi.
Asante. Thank you very much. Daniel Dorotich anasema lazima tugue watu wenye ujasiri. Na hiyo mara kwa mara katika magazeti unaweka biashara, katika WhatsApp unaweka biashara, katika pia Facebook unaweka biashara. Na hiyo ni uleta uongozi bora katika taifa letu la Kenya. Tuendelee kukaa kwa amani, tuendelee pamoja, utiana moyo, kwa sababu Kenya ni ya watu ambaye wanafikiria mambo mazuri. Asante sana. Hata kama kwa mfano kule Baringo watu wanafanya biashara ya maziwa, watu kama Murizika, unaweza kunywa Murizika, watu wanazambaza. Asante sana. Waja nikaribishe rais wetu Uhuru Kenyatta. Asante.
Asanteni sana ndugu zanguni, kaka zanguni. Tushukuru sana taifa letu la Kenya. Tuendelee hivyo, tukae kwa amani. We shall engage in entrepreneurship no matter the cost, no matter the opportunity. You have to be creative and everything shall be well. We want to engage the youths in this activity. You have whatever you have, the process, the opportunity. We shall support. The government of Kenya is very alerted in supporting you. Thank you very much and God bless.